Yes, Oliver Glasner. I'm feeling like Oliver Glasner on the show this day. I'm liking the manager. Shout out to Crystal Palace on this day. Good morning, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to the Sport Beat Show, Sports Republic Show, Football Fans Now Show. Any name you like to call it, but all you can call it Sports Republic Show. Because today we will be talking about so many things that happened in the course of the sports world for last weekend and also just as it unfolds. You know what? We start with the Crystal Palace news because I am feeling like a Crystal man living in the palace where this guy's got it all right for the first time on penalties against a well-organized team. No other team but the Hugo Ekitike, Mohamed Salah, McAllister, Virgil van Dijk, Milos Kekes. The name is so long, keep calling their names, but they don't care. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to the time again. My name is Kizike. You know what to say? Crystal Palace yesterday on penalties got the result right. And who says if you're world class, you cannot miss penalty? Mo Salah did miss. McAllister, World Cup winner with Argentina, came out on me. Said Birichis of all people lost that penalty. But right now, regardless of what you make about this very team, regardless of what you say about this team, you must give credit to who it's due. And I'm talking about no other name but Oliver Glasner with the bars. I don't know why it's taking time for Oliver Glasner to have done this a long time. But you know what? He has done it now, and that's why he is the best manager at this point in time. If you ask me, Arne Slot, no disrespect, I'm not saying Arne Slot is not a good coach. But if you look at what Oliver Glasner has done, you would understand that he has done so well. And then, what more about Oliver Glasner? Do you want to know? Please stay with us. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back after this break.
Everybody keep watching Voice of the People. All right? Love you all.
Hello, sweetie. What's going on? My name is Kiki. Keep watching VOB TV. Thanks.
Hey guys, what's going on? Olumide Oru, the Fresh Prince of Lagos here, and this is VOP TV, guys.
Hello guys, I want you to please keep on watching VOP TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hafiz Oyetoro. Please keep watching VOP TV.
Shout out to VOP TV.
Very big shout out to the fans and lovers of VOP TV.
Yeah, so before we went on that break, welcome back. We talked about Oliver Glasner, so we can show you all about Glasner, what he has won for himself. You could call him a serial winner. Last time, he clinched on the FA Cup, the Emirates FA Cup, you can call it, and just yesterday, the Community Shield. Now, look at your screen. You have it. Oliver Glasner won, or he wins the UEFA Europa League with Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt, as of 2022, and also 2025. Oliver Glasner won the FA Cup with Crystal Palace. You could call him a serial winner. And then for 2025 again, just not long yesterday, this man stole the show again, won the Community Shield, and we can say credits to Oliver Glasner. I'm liking his name, the likes of Gianni Felipe Mateta, the likes of Ibericha Eze, the Wild Team, the players they have, McGahey, they've got Mitchell, they've got quality team, and one man, Ismail Issa, is a very good player that I must say. That's the thing you have on your screen, champions. And that song was sung yesterday. Champion. All right, welcome to the show, Mr. Phil. I have you on this day so we can talk about this. You're a Tottenham Hotspur fan, but you must celebrate success. Crystal Palace this day. Welcome.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's nice to be here. Thank you very much, KCK. For Oliver Glasner, he did a very fantastic job, coming to the Premier League side, and within the space of how many months he has to trophy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it, but he has to trophy.
Well, some managers have been long. Okay, that's not
some managers has been, long, but there it is, if you look at it, Liverpool brought in a lot of players.
Yeah.
You know, the likes of Jeremy Frimpong, you have Ekitike. Though Ekitike put up a great show, and Jeremy Frimpong also got a goal yesterday. On that note, it's a little bit. I'm not happy because you know, when you put these two teams, when you put these two clubs side by side, you will know that one has the upper hand over the other. Like I'm not as in bringing any team down or talking low or talking down on any team, but Liverpool is the voice. Liverpool is the energy. Liverpool has everything to win the game yesterday, but unfortunately for them, they were just so unfortunate that Crystal Palace, I had to tell them that, come on, I'm the owner of the palace, then I should be the king of the palace and get the shield as well. So congratulations to Crystal Palace.
Let's look at the part where they have some players who got the start and also show the world how quickly I can be announced in the Premier League. Hugo Ekitike, he delivered yesterday.
He delivered, he did.
Will you give him some rating?
For the match, you know, I want to rate a player with a season performance, not just a game. How can you cope under pressure? How can you cope when you're facing the likes of Chelsea? How can you cope when you're facing the likes of Manchester City? How would you cope when you're facing Arsenal? So that's what I want to say. I can't just rate you because you performed in a game that, you know, is a community shield for crying out loud. You know, so I wouldn't want to be so quick in singing praises right now, but congratulations. He did a very good job yesterday.
But does he look like a player who will flourish in the Premier League?
That's a big question. Yes, if you ask me.
Because for me, I saw a player who wasn't playing with fear. He was just owning the game just as it unfolds.
Yeah, you know, when you play with the Reds, when you're with the team, the Red Devil, not the Red Devils, I beg your pardon, like, when you play with the Reds, pure Red. You should, because the players, it's a team. They've got the system, they've got the components that works together. All right, so you should be able to fit in. You're not just going to a team that, not like Manchester United, no offense, that they're trying to put themselves together. I think you understand what I'm saying. They're trying to put the pieces together. But for Liverpool, everything is in place. It's a plug and play system. It should be for Ekitike. So
but you cannot tell me you saw that win coming. Nobody did see that. Crystal Palace. Well, when organized team, they are very compacted. They have this synergy. They know themselves very well.
Yes.
And it's not about the players who you have. It's maybe not really about the quality, because for quality's sake, Liverpool have become more quality.
Okay, that's it.
So, but I think it's about teamwork and then getting the result against Anishlola. I recall last season, the first leg at Emirates, at Selhurst Park, they drew. Yeah, I think they drew, and also then they came to Anfield. So it was not really easy for Anishlola to play against the Crystal Palace side. I've got the likes of Iberiche easy. But let's look into Glasner and his formation and his squad. The news about the Europa League is still on, if they will go, or the Conference League. You know.
Okay. Yes, I know.
Crystal Palace, did you ever see them winning this one yesterday?
Never. Not against Liverpool.
Okay.
Because you see, they've got Melo Kekes at the back as well.
Right.
So nobody, I didn't see it coming. I would not even say it. If you ask me 1 million times, I would tell you the same thing. I never would have even saw it or perceived that it could happen that way. But unfortunately, the way a brother of mine used to say, football is like biscuit. Unfortunately, the way it's going to crack from. That's what happened yesterday. So, so sorry, Liverpool. Liverpool could not replicate what we know them to do.
Well, so you know, Lagos, Nigeria. Let's tell you that anybody can definitely get to miss a penalty. I don't know what you make about players. You know, saw Mo Salah coming to miss a penalty. He sent the ball balloon through away, and also not about Salah alone. We did see Mac Allister as well sending the ball the wrong way. And then Harvey Elliott also missed a penalty. But credit goes to Mateta, Gianfilippo Mateta. He was so instrumental in scoring the penalty. But the man who scored the final penalty, his name is Justin Devaney. He is 21. That young lad took the shame. And then, what if I miss this penalty? It would be a shame for me. And that's like taking the shame. And then he scored yesterday. So let's say all credit goes to Crystal Palace and also Devaney Justin for having that confidence, that enthusiasm, and standing out there just right in front of fans at Wembley. Even though we did say the 20 minutes, Diogo Jota, you know, silent, free, or whatever. Then Frimpong scored. I don't know if it was a mistake or when I was trying to cross.
That goal.
It'll
be like that.
Like he's trying to cross the ball.
It looks like, but it went to the goal post, so it's a goal.
It's a goal. Okay, so quickly, let's leave that news and tell them more about the Chan team. Today is Monday, and don't forget, for Tuesday, we'll be seeing the Super Eagles Team B play that very game against Sudan. It's a must-win match. And if we're not careful, we just might be leaving. And Eric Chell said something. If they continue this way, if they're not careful, they will be coming back home. But can I tell you, some fans, or you could say some football enthusiasts in Abia State, has expressed confidence that the Super Eagles B team would beat Sudan. and Congo to qualify for the knockout stage of the ongoing CAF Championship in Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda. The Eagles B team lost their opening match of the championship to Senegal, who are holders, and then will face Sudan and Congo in the remaining matches of the Group D. Some football enthusiasts who spoke to NAN, some reports on Saturday, said the team did well against Senegal, not minding the defeat, which came in the 75th minute of the game. Obiora Okochi said he knew Senegal to be a strong team, but never expected the Super Eagles B would lose their first game in the championship. The fact that Eagles lost the match does not mean they cannot reach the next stage of the championship, but the team needs to win their 2 remaining games. That's what he stated. And also, United North Sudan and Congo should not pose a threat to the Super Eagles, but football being what it is, the team may surprise Eagles if they underrate them. So this is another fan also saying this. And Abigail Ocon expressed confidence that Eagles would overcome the hurdles in the group and reach the knockout stage of the championship. Emeka Atta also said that the defeat against Senegal is a wake-up call that would push the team, to all the way out to the championship final. Atta, who said that Eagles will win the match against Sudan and Congo will focus, he's now saying we need to focus and we need to be determined so we can get that right. So we can keep going on and on to keep talking about what our fans rightly said. Jeremiah Wankwo, a lot of names, Bidemi Adedici, a lot of the names out there. But Phil, let's be factual. Eric Chell.
Okay.
Eric Chell is not sleeping now. He's thinking so deep. One thing is at stake. This is August. September comes the qualifiers. And now he's working with the Chan team. And we lost against a better side. That's the fact. Senegal, well decorated. They play with their soul. I like the way they give their all. Very composed team. But I'm looking at Eric Chell. He said something before the game. He said, after the game, right? He said, if these players are not careful, if they continue to play the way they are playing, then I see us coming back to Nigeria. If the coach can come out to say this, is he trying to say, I'm asking, that they are not playing against they're not playing with his instruction, or are they playing against his style?
That's a big question. Yes, because I don't see any reason why a coach, head coach for that matter, will come out and say such kind of words. He selected the players.
Right.
You know what you want as a coach, and you know the kind of players that you want to have in your team. You know the way they want to play. Yeah. So you went in all there to get those players, and they should perform the way you want them to. So you're coming out to tell us if they do not. I see no reasons why you're doing that. You should own up to anything that happens. Take responsibilities. Okay, that is it. So I think that there's a wrong word. There's something wrong with what he just said. It's so bad that the coach will actually come out to say these words. Now, you see, I believe we were here last week. Yeah. I was here. Yes, I remember that we talked about the players he selected. He selected most of the players from the MPFL.
Yeah, Remo Stars. Yeah, the Chan team is actually a tournament where everyone who plays a trade in the Nigerian league will play. But I think your point is Remo Stars connection.
Remo Stars alone.
And don't forget the assistant coach is Daniel Ogumadede. Remo Star coach as well.
Remo Stars alone. And if you look at how many teams do we have playing in the MPFL? I think 20.
20, yes, 20.
You should be able to select.
But what if let's even talk about it. What if his best is from the
from Remo Stars?
I'm just saying because he made a point. He said, "Let me do my job. I'm not the first coach who have done this." He gave an example. He talked about some Moroccan national side, but I think he liberated more on the South African team, where we know
most of their players.
They have a Melody Sound, Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, a lot of clubs like Chippa United, but Mamelodi Sundowns is the best club in South Africa. You can't take that away. And most of them that plays for the national team, basically last tournament at the AFCON Ivory Coast, we saw like 8 of them starting the game. So you are literally playing against a club side. So I'm just saying. So I think his point is that I'm not the first to have done this. So let me do my job.
But the MPFL, it's not the South African whatever.
Yeah, people can see
it's different.
Yeah.
They definitely, maybe if you look at it very well from different angles, you would want to agree with me that maybe he's been influenced to pick these players from Remo Stars.
You've been influenced by who?
Yeah, by someone. I don't want to pick it up. But he's saying that if these guys do not play well, if these guys do not put into, I don't just see the reason why the head coach will come and say these words when you are the one that selected and you said yes, you're not the only one to have done it before. South Africa, I don't know, we are giving excuses like this, and now you're telling us that you can't take responsibility for the performance of your players. That's the problem, please.
Okay, that's a problem. Mr. Phil Riley said that. And then let's keep talking about the Chan team. There's some news out there. This is a bad one because this man is just growing. And then we have a must-win game against Sudan. Happens to be tomorrow. But we have a news about Ozemena. I hope I pronounced the name right. Ozemena, that's the name. His injury, Eric Chell with the bars, CHELLLE. That's his name, Eric Chell. And that one has talked about the Sudan 4. Because Super Eagles medical personnel are working around the clock to get injured goalkeeper Annie Ozemena and also Annie left back Abdurrafiu Taiwo for tomorrow's game. And then I think we'll go off the bars and Eric Chell. That I'm talking about Eric Chell. Now Taiwo is ready for tomorrow, a must-win game against Sudan at the ongoing African Nations Championship. And then we're looking at this one, and we are expecting to see that we get it right, like Mr. Phil Riley said. But we are hoping this ban, or this, the betting scandal, does not get this man. Because sources at the team camp told the report that although the duo has been training with their mates, and the coaches are worried for the lack of match fitness. But we leave that very news and talk about the main one. Let's talk about the primates. There's a news about betting scandal, but let's keep that aside. We'll let you know. Let's talk about the primates now. There's a news about primates. Mr. Phil, what's a primate? You know primate?
They prime the mate.
No, don't. That's the man of God. I love you put the respect to that one.
You're right. Primate Elijah,
He's in the news.
It's in the news. I sometimes I keep on wondering, you attend to your sheep. I don't know if attend to your sheep and leave other things to figure themselves out. I don't know why you come in.
No, wait.
No.
Is he a Nigerian?
He's a Nigerian. No.
So when you're a Nigerian, does it mean because of what you do, you don't have to involve in sport? I'm just asking. Because we're going to talk about him. This is not the first time he's been in the news. Primates Ayodele Elijah.
Yeah.
He's in the news today. So Lagos, Nigeria, let's tell about this one. This one happens to be like the biggest talk of them all. I will take a deep breath and I tell you this. The leader of the Inri Evangelical Spiritual Church, I'd like to say INRI, Primate Elijah Ayodele has declared that the Super Eagles can still secure a place at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, but only if the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, implements 3 specific recommendations.
Good.
Now, we are going to talk about this. I will show you the table when we are done with the news so you can look and check and see for yourself if there's a way out. When you see the table, we'll explain it, we'll analyze it, maximize it, talk about and integrate it, to go in depth and know if it's still possible that the Nigerian side, Super Eagles, the biggest brand, can make it to the World Cup because a primate is talking now. Now, in a 2-minute video message, the cleric stated, there's nothing stopping Nigeria from going to the World Cup except they don't listen. Listen to who? It means
listen to him.
Listen to him.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on. Now, according to Primate Elijah, he said, there are 3 things they need to do. First, Captain William Trust Ekong should not lead the team in the remaining qualifiers. So, Mr. Phil, when we analyze this, we talk from 1 to 3. Now, secondly, he said, an alternative goalkeeper to Stanley Nwabali must be put in place. Thirdly, he said, they must find another quality striker like Victor Osimhen and bring in 5 new Nigerian players into the squad. Primate Ayodele urged that his message should be conveyed directly to the Nigerian Football Federation President Ibrahim Musa Gusau, insisting that if these measures are adopted, Nigeria not only has the capacity to qualify for the World Cup, but also to win the African Cup of Nations AFCON in Morocco. Now, you might be asking, let's talk about the table now. The table, so you can see the Super Eagles where they are locked onto. The Super Eagles currently face an uphill task in the CAF Group C, sitting 4th with 7 points. You can see, you have on the screen, after 6 matches. Leaders, South Africa hold 13 points, followed by Rwanda and Benin Republic with 8 points respectively. Lesotho are just behind Nigeria with 6 points, while Zimbabwe sit bottom with 4 points. Nigeria will host Rwanda on 6 September 2025 for match day 7 before traveling to face table topper South Africa on 9 September. So I'd like to say 9th of September. With only 4 matches left in the qualifiers, the Super Eagles must deliver strong results to revive our World Cup hopes. I'd like to take it back so we can analyze. Number 1, he said, No, I don't. You're making me laugh. Like, left for me, I'm not going to laugh. Is it funny?
Let me just laugh. You don't laugh, all right?
No, but if it's funny, I need to laugh, right? Ekong should not be in the team.
Okay.
Or Ekong should not lead the team in the remaining qualifiers. He's saying. Secondly, an alternative for Nwabali. He's not saying Nwabali should be off the team. An alternative, I'm looking at...
I need to understand what it means by an alternative. Is it that the alternative will just be on the bench or the alternative will be in the goalpost?
That's why they need to listen. He's saying. He's talking.
I don't know.
Now, thirdly, they must find a quality player, a quality striker like Victor Osimhen.
Right.
And the condition is much. I think the last one he said, what's the last one he said? I think he talked about...
adding 5 new players.
Yeah, adding 5 new players
Nigerian
to the team.
players.
So,
I think I'm going to ask, there's a mix-up somewhere.
Yeah.
When he says add new as in 5 Nigerian players, are the players playing for the Super Eagles not Nigerians? It's a big question. Because if you're saying
they need to convey him.
add new 5 Nigerian players, are the players playing for the Super Eagles not Nigerians? The first question. And number 2, you talked about Williams Troost-Ekong.
Yeah.
He shouldn't captain the team.
Yeah.
We saw
the remaining games.
We saw his contribution in right back at Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
You know, we saw his contribution.
Player of the tournament.
We saw his contribution, and you are coming out to tell us he shouldn't what? He shouldn't captain the team. Who do you want him to? Who do you prefer? Who are you preferring as a solution? Who are you trying to put the captain armband on? You're not being specific. All right. Or are you trying to tell me now that you want the job, the coaching job, or you want to become the NFF president?
But he's not saying. He's only saying that's the message be conveyed to the NFF president.
You be advisor. People are put in place to do jobs. But if you want to do a job, then you should apply for the job. If you want to medal in football, with respect to NFF, then you should apply for the job. Now you're trying to convey a message that I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
I'm getting your point.
You're trying to convey a message for them to accept the message. I don't understand.
So
okay.
It's not clear, you mean?
It's not clear, bro. It's not clear. Get new coach, get new captain.
Yeah.
Get a second goalkeeper. Is there no goalkeepers? I think they're supposed to have 3 goalkeepers.
Right.
The number one the number one senior man, what would you call him? Senior man and other 2. What does it mean by having another goalkeeper in place?
Well, I'm looking at what you're saying. And I'm trying to believe you're just like an eye opener. He said Ekong should not lead the team in the remaining qualifiers. Should
Why?
not lead the team. Should not lead the team. That's for the captain.
For the captain,
that's what it means. When there's a word like leading the team, because he's the skipper of the side. So is it trying to say he should be dropped, or is it trying to say he should be in the team but not the skipper?
And maybe not even maybe play, but don't handle the captain and band.
Okay.
Or maybe you want Kelechi Iheanacho or Ahmed Musa to do that.
You can never tell.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at, okay, I want to believe he doesn't have a problem with Ekong, and Ekong has not really done so bad in the national team.
He hasn't. Leadership-wise, has he done anything bad? So what is he saying? Is he saying from the angle of
even though he cost the last goal against Zimbabwe, you know.
That's football.
That's
football. That's football for you. That's football for you. You want to talk about Harry Maguire? You want to talk about Harry Maguire?
I play tough life football.
You want to talk about Harry Maguire? Okay, that aside. Now he's talking about Stanley Nwabali. What is he trying to say here that the second goalkeeper should be put in place or must be put in place? Is he in Stanley Nwabali's sport as a number 1 choice goalkeeper, or as someone that you could just call on maybe Nwabali has injury, or is he praying for Stanley Nwabali to pick up an injury? These are questions we need to look at. Now you're coming to tell us now that find another quality striker like Victor Osimhen. You won't buy a striker, and
that's still not clear.
It's still not clear. You won't go buy a striker. This is the national team for crying out loud, not the club football. Wow. All these strikers Nigeria has right now, Cyril Dessers, you talk about Dessers, you're talking about, what's the name of this guy, Awoniyi, talking about Victor Boniface. What again? You're talking about Victor Osimhen, who again?
Terry
Murphy.
Dessers,
yes. Which among them do you want to say is better off than this young man, Victor Osimhen?
But is this saying, okay now, Mr. Phil, is this saying we should get Osimhen off?
That's what he's saying. They must find another quality striker like Victor Osimhen. If you find them, you won't hang out for pool. If you find that you want him to play, and thereby benching who? Victor Osimhen. What is it that you want? Is that your words are vague or your words are pointless? Except you want to go get the job, but let's know that you want to get the job with respect to the NFF or probably Eric Chell. Okay, Eric Chell, please step down a little bit, the coach of the team, so I know what to do. I know how to put this team in place. But not telling us words that are vague. Not telling us words that are not clear. I believe maybe you're coming from the spiritual angle, or you're being spiritual about this matter. But let us know what you are really saying. Bring you 5 new players. Add 5 new players to the team. Nigerian players, the word, I circle the word Nigerians. Are you trying to tell me now that the Nigerian players, or is he trying to tell us that we should get 5 Nigerian players or 5 new players from the MPFL? Or is he trying to tell us now to get players that are not maybe mixed players? And how do I put this? Like international guys, no, like outcasts or players with dual nationality. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Is that what he's trying to say? Because this word now and bring in 5 new Nigerian players is a bit vague. It's not clear. It's not clear.
Is there anything wrong about a man of God who's a primate to talk about football?
You talk about even.
Well, I recall you started by saying, "Let them face their sheep."
Face your sheep.
What do you mean?
Like your followers. These are sheep. You're a shepherd. But the sheep that are being under you. Now you take care of the sheep. Let's know that okay, this is your sheep. You're handling them. Football. People playing football, are they your sheep? Football is a business. Football is a place of work. When you talk about the Nigerian football, the NFF, it's a place of work. These are duties being carried out there. The players, the coach, the staff, the medical staff, everybody that surrounds the world of the NFF, they are all hustling. Now their job that they do, bro. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So you coming, living your own area of speciality, and coming here and trying to impose or trying to tell us what to do. Yeah. I believe you're stepping out of line. Now, you can just say that as an advice, but you're trying to tell that there are 3 things that must be put in place. If
not,
it's a conditional statement.
It's a conditional statement.
So that means if they do not do that, they won't qualify. But if they must to listen, if they listen to you, then they're going to be fruitful. That's what you're trying to tell us. And we all know that if you know this thing, why you not tell us since before the qualification? Why don't you tell us now? What we know, say, okay, this is what we have to do. You didn't tell us. The competition, the qualifier started. You didn't tell us anything. No. Now when it got to the point of permutation and combination, you're not telling us now that okay, let's listen to you. If we do what you're saying, and what is it that you're telling us? You're not even telling us to get new tactical coach. You're not telling us to get new goalkeeper
coach. The team.
Just imagine.
Okay, so well, that's that's his opinion. We just have to wait to know how that unfolds. If he's going to be listening to, maybe I don't know if does this stock the NFF and Primate. We did listen to him, time will tell. It's not enough to say. But wrapping up on this very first segment, let's talk about Super Eagles star. One man in the news, Aroko Dare. He came off the bench. Yes, to score his first goal of the season for Genk afterwards, and he's talking now about his frustration that there is no movement as regards his transfer away from the Belgium side this summer, despite all the speculation that Aroko Dare rightly stated that he is getting frustrated. He was the top scorer in the Belgium Jupiler Pro League last season, and he has been linked to various clubs from the Premier League to the German Bundesliga. However, no concrete bid for the giant striker, and he's been reported saying, I'm getting frustrated. It's very frustrating, according to him, not knowing what's going on concerning transfer. I'm trying to stay calm, even though my head is racing. But I have my friends and loved ones to keep me mentally stable. I can't say anything about it. I don't know anything about myself. You hear rumors, I hear rumors, but have you heard anything concrete yet? He's asking me. And I don't know if I will leave this season or next. You have an advice for Tolu Aroko Dare. He's still very young. Yeah. And he wants to leave the club. I think he's done with that. So he wants to leave.
You know, if you want to leave, I believe you should keep it to yourself. Let the right time come.
But he's seeing speculations coming. But
those are rumors.
Okay.
They're concrete. Now, if he goes on about it and he starts creating records and creating noise and all this, it might get to the club and the club will say, okay, this is what you want to do. Then let's put you on bench. When you keep sitting on the bench for 3-6 months, your value drops. You understand? So I believe if he wants the best for himself, you should just take it calm and easy. Do your own part and other things will fall in place. And please don't go hitting yourself over it and hitting yourself over it that it's not working and this. Just hold it tight and it will surely come well for you.
Okay, maybe come to pass like the Bible verse in James Version. But Aroko Dare is also in the news. Atalanta, the Lade is the king of the Bergamo side. They are really keen on him. And Aroko Dare at some point we thought he was going to make the move to replace Retegi, but some fans, Nigerian based, even though he had some kind of talk last week about they said he does not like to give you away. He said he's not having a Nigerian account. He said his dad owns it. Well, let's leave that aside. Aroko Dare I would advise him to go to Atalanta.
Oh, this is a big question.
Yeah.
Not even Atlanta as a club. The whole Italian side. If you would ask me, I think we should take it easy with. Let's be wise here.
Yeah.
If you see what Napoli did with Victor Osimhen, it was up and down before he actually had he wants to play in Europe, and they said okay, go to Al Hilal, right?
Yeah.
Go there and we want to cash in on you, but this guy said I want to enjoy football. I'm not saying the Saudi Pro League you won't enjoy football, but come on, there's a huge difference. So they also did that with Ademola Lookman.
Yeah.
Right there at the background side you talked about, right there, Atlanta. If you look at
And it's still ongoing.
it's still and you see him from afar, and you want to go trick it.
So, well, you don't think his case will be different when he just joins the club?
I don't think so.
Okay, we need to call it a wrap right here on the first segment. Mr. Phil, thank you so much for being a cool man with me on the show today. You sounded very cool. Not until we talked about the primates, you felt upset. I'm like, you're not in support of.
No, I don't do that. If you want to talk, if you want to be in the football, come be in the football properly. Your sentences are not clear. They are vague. There's nothing you want to hold like, you want to go get the striker.
What if we do what he says?
What if we do?
Is it possible we can do
Yeah, Musa Guza, I won't do him.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Phil, for being part of the show. Thank you so much. We can do this another time.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay, yes, moving on quickly on the show. Let's tell them all what's really transpiring out there. There's the news about the world of tennis. Iga Swiatek moved through at the Cincinnati Open. Marta Kostyuk also forced to withdraw. Wimbledon champion, you could call her winner, Iga Swiatek, the poor lady, advanced to the fourth round of the ATP and WTA Cincinnati Open on Sunday as upcoming opponent Marta Kostyuk was forced to withdraw. The 27th ranked Ukrainian international cited a right wrist injury for the pullout, which came a day after six-time Grand Slam winner Iga Swiatek seeded third, advanced to the third round with the loss of just 5 games. Now, still in the world of tennis, let's talk about the Cincinnati Open, where Em Raducanu, the British international, has underlined her excitement before, she underlined her excitement before she described it as a fact-finding match. We are in the next phase now. It's about Em Raducanu. She's a lady who, she does so well. She's been great to watch. She's described this as a fact-finding match against the world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka as they prepare to battle in the third round of the Cincinnati Open on Monday. And she said it's always exciting for a player like me to play the very top because it's like a fact-finding match. According to Em Raducanu, she said, you see where you are in comparison to the top. I also think form fluctuates so much on the day. You can lose 2 or 1, 6-2, 6-1. One day you can win or you can make it close to the next day. And it can be down to a few points. And she said, I'm so excited. It will be Raducanu's first significant match since starting work with her new coach, Francisco Roig, last week in Cincinnati. Last month, she played one of her best matches against a top player in making life difficult to Sabalenka at the Wimbledon in 2 tight sets. After serving for the first set and then later holding a set point against the Belarusian, Em Raducanu led 4-1 in the second setup before losing 7-6, 6-4. She played incredible tennis. And then Sabalenka said, she said it's about a British player after her straight set in against Marketa Vondrova on Saturday night. Now let's talk about Sabalenka. She said, I'm super okay to see her mentally and physically back. And definitely going to be back in the top 10 very soon. She challenged me too much. She challenged me that much. And I like to accept tough challenges. So I am super excited about facing her on the hard court. Emma Raducanu gave an honest response when asked if she left center court at Wimbledon, determined to have another crack at Sabalenka as soon as possible. The British international lady said, I would say I thought I would love to have another crack at that on grass. Like tomorrow, she said, laughing, but I know I'm honestly reasonable enough, and I guess honest enough in myself to know that different surfaces favor different people, and where my game is at in comparison, I think the grass gave me a bit of an advantage, but we will see how it goes. I'm liking to talk about Raducanu. She has enjoyed a positive run of form, and that happened in recent months while training and competing consistently on the tour. And then she could be seeded for the US Open. However, Talking about Raducanu, while she has performed well in the matches, she has been favored to win. The lesson from most of her previous encounter against the top players have been at her general level and has simply not been good enough in the first few days working together. Raducanu and Roy will at least get a clear understanding of exactly where she stands in comparison to the very best. Now, looking at this, both ladies, you know, I think Emma Raducanu is more younger. She's more younger. But Aryna Sabalenka is also very great. Some like to use the word Emma Raducanu. Some like to use the word Emma Raducanu, which M1 goes. She's British. She's young. She's like this, you know, we talked about Coco Gauff. Some of these tennis players who, you know, just have come to leave their game on the grass court. They know this one very well. And it was not long we talked about her grace as a 2020, Emma Raducanu, I mean. And now she seems to be the favorite for me to get it past Sabalenka. We'll see how that folds and how that goes. But wrapping up on the show, let's talk about the world of boxing. Anthony Joshua against Jake Paul. No guarantee British Boxing Board of Control would sanction bout. And this is coming from Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn said no guarantee Anthony Joshua against Jake Paul would be licensed in the UK as a professional bout. Organizers would have to apply to British Boxing Board of Control to consider if it will be taking place. The fight would most likely take place in the US anyway, and that's coming from Eddie Hearn. There is no guarantee the British Boxing Board of Control would sanction Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul as a professional contest. Joshua is in London. Let's say he's a London 2012 Olympic gold medalist, everybody knows, and he's also a former two-time unified heavyweight world champion. His last fight was a world title clash with Daniel Dubois, which Joshua lost inside 5 rounds. Paul also, talk about Jake Paul, made his name on YouTube, but has had an impact on boxing. He has promoted major events and has a 12-1 professional career. Paul, though, has only boxed once on heavyweight, and that was against a 58-year-old long-retired Mike Tyson, the legend of the game. We know he lost to Tommy Fury at the 185 IBS and also in 2023. And while he has beaten Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., a former world champion, Chavez Jr. title reign ended in 2012 and was down at the middleweight. As well as their wildly different experience, talking about the levels in professional boxing, Anthony Joshua is 6 feet, 6 in, and hasn't weighed less than 250 IBS since 2022. Paul also, you need to know, is 6 feet, 1 in, and has only tipped the scales above 200 IBS for one of his bouts. However, their representatives have held discussions for a matchup, which even Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn has called bizarre. So this is where we call it the close on the Sports Republic show for the sport world, and we can be here again. We should be here, Pedford, tomorrow to give you more sporting news just as it unfolds. You know about boxing world, Jake Paul has a senior. I used to call him Jake Paul Jr., but Anthony Joshua is a long time we heard about his victory on the bout. Time tells, we will see how this one goes about the very, very world of boxing and how much it will be going on. Eddie Hearn is so much in the story. He's a very big promoter, and that's how well he likes to say words to the media. But up until then, I'm signing out. This is me to you. My name is Kizzy K, and I'm going out, leaving the show. But don't go anywhere. We're not done here. We have the midday news coming up next, and that's right, 12 p.m. Nigerian time. Please stay with us. The only football player without a jersey. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.